Jonathan Lee Riches investigates, got some new bombshell information to share with all of you. Thomas Crooks here, the Trump shooter, the mass shooter at the Trump rally. The guy right next to him, his name is Bill Jenkins, and he took a shooting class with Thomas Crooks. June 22nd, Keystone Shooting Range in Cranberry, Pennsylvania. Crooks was learning how to shoot a gun and took a $150 training course. I want to share this new bombshell report out. This is very interesting. Just weeks before the mass shooting at the Trump rally. Check it out.
They said, this is the field office for the Pittsburgh FBI. And I'm, okay, hello. How can I help you? And they said, well, you had taken a class at the Keystone Shooting Center, and the person that you were in the class with was the person that had shot Donald Trump. When I went for the class, I was surprised that the class was only one other person and me. He was quite young, very quiet, seemed friendly, nice kid. So we went into the range and each took our booths. We were right next to each other, and he had already was loaded and firing before I had gotten my gun even loaded, so I was kind of surprised at that, you know. And so I figured he was experienced, and he ended up doing better than me because on the further distances, he had shot one area so many times that it blew out a hole in the target. Towards the end of the classroom discussion, you know, when we really kind of ran out of training stuff to talk about, we started talking about other things, and eventually I got into politics. He wasn't saying anything. He remained quiet, so I was kind of, you know, waiting to see what this guy would do because it was getting a little tense there, and he never said a word. He just sat there, kind of smiled, looked, and didn't say anything. So I was surprised at that, you know, not knowing what was going to happen, you know, in the future. But even then, I was kind of like, you know, how come this guy isn't saying anything, yay or nay? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even have a conversation for the first 10 seconds because I was just stunned. So they asked me a few questions, you know, I told them what I knew, and you know, they asked me, if he had said anything unusual or did anything unusual, what he had with him and stuff like that. The family lost their father, a wife lost her husband, you know, he was trying to protect his family. So, you know, this person not only wanted to assassinate Donald Trump, he didn't care who else he hurt along the way. Chills thinking about who I was sitting next to. And if he was that deranged, who knows what he would have done inside the range if he felt like it, you know. He could have shot us. So, you know, it was disturbing, to say the least. Well, I think it would have been a complete disaster. I mean, if that would have been successful, that would have thrown the entire election into chaos, thrown the country into chaos. Who knows what it would have ignited.
So that was Bill Jenkins speaking, describing about this shooting class. Now let me give you a little bit more information about Keystone Shooting in this $150 course that Thomas Crooks took just weeks before the mass shooting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Keystone Shooting Center's website, and this is the course that Thomas Matthew Crooks took for $150 right here. It is an intermediate handgun pistol 2 course, firearm education at Keystone Shooting Center with our intermediate handgun class. This course is the next level of handgun training, picking up where basic handgun leaves off. Intermediate handgun will teach you to improve accuracy and distance through stance, grip, and follow through. The course will also teach you how to prioritize multiple targets for maximum efficiency. And here are the topics to be covered. This course is $150, by the way. Brief review of firearm safety, shooting fundamentals, grip stance, sight alignment, sight picture trigger, and follow through, drawing handgun from holster to target and safely back to holster, malfunction clearance, single hand shooting with strong and support hand, reloading, refined shooting technique. Required equipment: full-size or compact semi-automatic pistol, 100 rounds, 3 magazines, magazine pouch, dominant side, hip-mounted or belt-mounted holster, eye and ear protection, closed-toe shoes, no low-cut necklaces. Course here, Keystone Shooting Center, $150. This is about 45 minutes north, Cranberry, Pennsylvania, from where the shooter lived in Bethel Park. And he took this course June 22nd, 2024, just weeks before he committed the shooting at the Trump rally. Wow. Let me know what you think. So we have this location. We have Clairton Sportsman Club where Crooks was shooting his dad's AR-15 rifle. So there's two shooting places affiliated with this guy. How many others are there? And it's interesting that Crooks traveled 45 miles from his Bethel Park home to go to Cranberry to take this shooting course at Keystone. What else is out there? Let me give you a little bit more information about this bombshell report. This is coming from the Sun, who got an exclusive with this Jenkins guy right here. This bombshell report by the Sun. Crack shot. I sat next to evil Donald Trump shooter as he honed his dead-eye gun skills on shooting range days before attack. Crooks came within inches of doing harm to President Trump with an AR-15 rifle at a political rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, July 13th. The gunman who came inches of assassinating Donald Trump honed his shooting skills on a range just days before the attack. And in a world-exclusive interview, a classmate from the session says he fears Thomas Crooks may have been pushed over the edge listening to the right-wing instructor ranting about how Trump was the best man for the White House. Here we go. Bill Jenkins right here has revealed he saw Trump shooter Thomas Crooks honing his gun skills on a firing range just days before the assassination attempt. Jenkins, who has spoken to the FBI, told The Sun on Sunday, "I was sitting next to evil. I haven't been able to sleep thinking about it." Crooks, who brought his own 9mm handgun, was such a crack shot on the elite training course that he blew a large hole in the shooting target with a volley of precision rounds. U.S. Air Force veteran Bill, 62, revealed he was questioned by the FBI about the Crooks days after the assassination. Agents from the FBI's field office contacted him on Tuesday as they tried to piece together their shooter's background and any possible motive. Wow. Crooks came within inches of killing President Trump. Let's read on. Computer programmer Bill, who lives in Pennsylvania, said he has struggled to sleep since the discovering he had met the shooter. He said, "This guy killed a man with a wife and kids and almost plunged the country into chaos." Bill and Crooks had signed up to the Intermediate Handgun Pistol 2 class at Keystone Shooting Center in Cranberry, PA on June 22nd. The range is a 50-minute drive from Crooks' home in Bethel Park. Keystone's website says the course is the next level of handgun training to teach students to improve accuracy and distance through stance, grip, and follow-through. It added, the course will also teach you how to prioritize multiple targets for maximum efficiency. Recalling meeting Crooks, Bill said, "It was just him, me, and the instructor. The course went on for 3 hours, and I could see this kid was confident with guns. When we went to the range, he started shooting straight. It seems like he had experience with weapons." Bill said Crooks dressed casually in jeans and a shirt, brought his own weapon, which he believed was a 9mm handgun, to the class. Whose 9mm was it? He described long hair and bespectacled Crooks as a quiet but seemingly nice kid. Bill recalled he had a bag with him. We did some classroom stuff, and then he got on the range. I noticed on his target at 10 years, he blew a big hole right through the centerpiece. I congratulated him on how good he's done, and he just laughed. The instructor then took them back into the classroom, and Bill recalled how the conversation veered into politics. He said, "It turned out the instructor and I are Trump supporters. We talked about how our country was good under Trump." Here it is. Here's target practice at the range right here. Here's a photo. Look at this. A paper target from the Keystone Shooting Center right here. Our borders were secure, the economy was strong, and we were energy independent, and he got things done. I noticed at the time that the kid wasn't saying anything one way or another, but I could see him smirking. He had a little smile. Looking back, I think he was biting his tongue, Nothing we discussed will have sat well with him. It crossed my mind. Did that conversation help push him over the edge? It freaks me out a little because a person has died. I was sitting next to him, real evil there. It really scares me. It has emerged Crooks was a member of the local gun club in Bethel Park, and more than a dozen guns were found at his family's home. Wow, this is bombshell information, folks. New at this Keystone Shooting Center, where he learned to shoot a handgun for $150 just weeks before the mass shooting. Let me know what you think. Wow. Unbelievable that this guy was able to fly under the radar, Thomas Matthew Crooks. Well, it's good that this information is out now and we are learning more about who this Crooks guy is. There's still a lot we don't know, and we are peeling the onion and we are digging deeply, and I'm sharing all that information as it comes to light with all of you. This is basically, this channel, a depot of information about the Trump rally shooting. We have spoken to witnesses that were front row at that rally. We have played interviews and clips, Secret Service under fire, witnesses, other people that attended the rally, clips, anything and everything, all the reports about this particular case you will see on JLR Investigate. Subscribe to the channel, like, hit the notification button. When more information comes out of this tragedy, I will share with all of you. I am JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.